Facebook, YouTube. Woo! I know the smoke's everywhere, but if it was every time I needed a sticky, it's for this topic. The lighting's really bright in here, and that's just due to the fact that it's getting darker outside. Y'all know I have a crap ball webcam, so bear with me. Okay? Been eating some Tostitos Salsa Conquista. Anyway, so let me go ahead and get started. Today's topic is about domestic violence and abusive men. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, okay, well, there's guys that get abused by women, and I know that there is, and maybe we'll, touch on that topic in another video. But for time being, we're talking about the ladies here. So let me go ahead and get started. Now, there's obvious signs of abuse when a woman's being abused. She'll pack around black eyes all the time, and, she's cut herself off from the rest of the world, and, some guys are just blatantly abusive right in front of everybody else to their lady. I mean, it could be that bad. So those kinds of things, most people know about, and, it's pretty obvious. Where the gray area is and where it gets a little scary is, and I think this happens with younger girls a lot, is a lot of the emotional abuse and the verbal abuse that goes on, a lot of the physical stuff that's like the open hand smacking and or choking them or whatever, because those things don't leave, obviously don't leave marks, and, you never know when somebody's being emotionally abused because there is no sign. I mean, until it gets to the point that it's, changing her personality, and you start noticing changes like that, and in which case you need to investigate, because a lot of times I think people are embarrassed to bring it up to somebody because they don't want to be wrong, but I would rather ask a friend if she's okay and, everything really be okay and me be wrong as not, and something be wrong and me knowing that I could have done something to help. I'm going to say this real quick and move on. Not too terribly long ago, there was a girl that I knew her whole family, and I'm not going to say any names just out of respect, but she was with a guy, and he killed her. It wasn't an accident. He murdered her. I'm not going to go into detail of how it happened. It was gruesome. It was so uncalled for, and now she's not with her children. And he is in jail now, and hopefully will be the rest of his life. So if you think it can't happen, it can happen, and it has happened, and it will happen again, unfortunately, I'm sure. I think, the self-esteem issue comes into play with staying with somebody who may abuse you. I think a lot of times girls are so beat down by the guy, and they probably really think they love him, but they're so beat down by them that they think they can't find anybody else, or, for whatever reason, they just stay. I mean, sometimes there's just no reason at all. Sometimes they're physically afraid of him. But whatever the reason, they shouldn't stay. And if you are a girl, and let me give you some really, really, really sound advice, okay? I have potato chips and tea. If a guy hits you, I'm talking open hand, backhand, palm of hand, smacks you in the forehead, I don't care, kicks you, chokes you, whatever. If he does that even one time, watch my head, this is the important part, he does not love you. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? If a guy hits you, chokes you, punches you, kicks you, whatever, in any kind of form or way, watch, here we go. He doesn't love you. I'm sorry to break it to you. Cry it out. He don't love you. And there's no need to stick around because it's not going to get any better. And a lot of girls stay because the guy will, frighten them into staying. If you leave, I'll find you and kill you. If you call the police, I'll kill you before they get here. If he is talking that crazy to you, and you stay, he's definitely going to kill you. So take your chances. Take your power back. Because there are places that can help you. And I know for sure here in Pike County there is a place that has a safe house. They will not, you can call them on the phone and they will get you to the safe house, but they will not tell you where it's located, even on the phone, because they're that discreet. So know that you will be safe with those people. I don't know the number offhand, but, I can put you through to people that can get you there if you are, unfortunately, one of those people that does need to get there and you're ready to do yourself a favor and get out of that situation. I will also post a link under this video that is a very useful website. There's also a hotline number that I'm sure has a lot of resources for, local places that can help, probably the one that I just mentioned. I can't think of the name right offhand, but anyway, The whole point of the matter is girls need to get it through their head that it's not okay for a guy to talk to them like a dog. It's not okay for them to hit them ever or any kind of physical stuff. But you got to understand that the mental stuff is bad too. And if you're somebody that has children and you're sticking around and you're trying to convince yourself, well, you know, the kids aren't being abused. Yeah, they are, because if they see you getting abused, then that's abusing them, because, you know, if they're small, or even if they're not, even if they're older, and they see you going through that and they can't help you, what do you think that does to them? And then they're going to grow up, and then, you know, the horrible cycle will continue. Either they'll be an abuser or they'll just take abuse because they've seen you take it so long. And, you know, I've had plenty of friends that were really strong people. I mean, these weren't, the girl I was telling you about that got killed, she wasn't some just weak, meek, little dummy. No. She was a very independent person. And, you know, sometimes you fall into that situation, whether you think you ever would or not. So you can't judge anybody, you know, and I see a lot of people say, well, she just keeps going back to him. She's an idiot. I'm not helping her anymore. You keep helping her. You keep telling her to leave. I don't care if it takes 1,000,000 times. The one time you tell her might be the one time it saves her life. It's that important. And guys, let me tell you something. I don't even have to tell you you're not supposed to hit women. I don't care if they call you a SOB, because I know that up here in the mountains now, or down in these mountains, I know that's the one thing you don't call guys a SOB. I learned that when I was little. I was told that by my uncle, God rest his soul. But anyway, I don't care what you call him. I don't care what you did to him. He has no right to put his hands on you. It's not okay. I don't care if he had a little too much to drink. I don't care if you said something he didn't like. I don't care what he is never supposed to lay a hand on you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be independent. You can love him, fine. But don't take that crap. And you be independent, because men are not kings. Women are not supposed to serve a man like a king. Love is a mutual thing. I am blessed to be with one of the most kind-hearted, gentle souls that has ever been. And I'm so lucky, and I only wish, you know, that all women could, you know, find that perfect guy like that, because I've seen quite a few in my time that were just worthless. And if you are a guy and you see a woman being hit or abused, for the love of Pete, don't stand there like some kind of spectating weirdo, or don't sit there and be scared. You step up and you say something and you stop it, because that is your duty as a man, to take care of us women. That is your job, okay? You do it like you're getting paid for it. If not, then you're a girl. You might as well be a girl. Go ahead and give them a whack them off because you are a girl. I have actually seen situations where a girl's getting abused or talked to really bad, or, you know, it's getting physical, and there'll be guys standing around doing nothing. It'll be another female that steps in. And that is a crime shame. Okay? So that's a little word of advice to you fellas out there. Do your job. Okay. I could go on about this subject all night. Let me also say, as a little side note, guys, if you are beating up on a girl, you may get by with it with the first girl and then ditch her and go to the next one. And then you may get by with it with her. But one of these days, you're going to run up on the wrong old gal. And then you might get you a face full of hot grits one night, or worse. So remember that. The hunter can always become the hunter. Okay. I think I'm done, because if I go on anymore, I'm liable to start getting crazy. Crazy. I stand on it is what it is. But like I said, if, you know, you need resources and you're in that situation, because a lot of times, here I go rambling again, a lot of times, you know, if you can't trust the guy you love and he's being bad to you, why would you trust anybody else? Maybe you're afraid to say something. Don't be, because there are people that will help you. In an abused woman's mind, the guy is a giant. When really, he's this tall. He is that, oh, I'm sorry, I gave too much. He's that tall. He is not a big, huge being. He's a freaking vapor. Make him disappear. You got me? You feel me? Okay, that's it, Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to quit rambling on, and I'm going to go relight my cigarette and try to calm down from all this mayhem and foolishness. So, ladies, remember, if you're in an abusive relationship, contact me, contact somebody. Call the hotline number. Do what you got to do to get out of there, because you're worth more than that. And guys, if you're hitting women, quit being an idiot and keep your hands to yourself before they end up killing you and you end up in jail over it. So, all I say. Until next time, Facebook and YouTube. Peace.